Welcome to News 9, Raynier. How are you?
I'm doing well, yeah. How are you guys doing?
All
So
good,
We are
man.
fine.
So,
all
so
good.
the new season begins. How's the preparation going on physically and mentally? How are you feeling ahead of the new season?
Yeah, it is now. Currently, it's very difficult because you're at home. There's nothing you can do much from your at home. Just hit the gym
Mm.
and do some running. Yeah, it's very difficult to get back to complete fitness, but we are working out. We have a plan. We said we have a plan, and we are following it. Like all the players over here, we are following it, and we're just trying to get as much as fit we can over here and just cannot wait to get back on the field. Yeah, it's been quite some time, we are all away from all the players, just waiting to get back on the field and get 100% fit and try to do well.
So, yes, go ahead, Shine.
Do you think this break you're getting is too long and that somehow should be shortened and more matches should be incorporated in a season?
Yes, definitely. Because
Mhm.
suppose in an ISL player who is not, representing the Indian national team, they get
Mhm.
literally just the 18 matches. Or if you reach the
Right,
finals, you get 20, 21 matches. I'm just saying, generally. So 21
right.
matches in the entire calendar year, it's, oh my God, it's very difficult. It's
Mhm.
because you work hard and then when the season gets over, you get 4, 5 months off, like not 4, 5 months, like 3 months off. And 3 months off also, it's a big deal that you lose the
Mhm.
entire process of getting fit. You get some ups and downs during the off season. Some players catch injuries even in the off season, because when you take a break it gets difficult, because when you're in the team we have doctors, we have people looking out for you, but then when you're alone it gets quite difficult to get back to 100%
Mm.
fitness. But yeah, like people, everyone knows that now we know that people want, and even the players, we need that many more matches. But then just hoping
Mhm.
that sometimes in the future we can get that also, and so that all the players be satisfied with the game time and all be happy in their own way.
Before we move to the next season, I would like to ask you about the previous season. It was a memorable one for you guys. So, how would you sum up the last season as a club and on a personal level as well?
Just the best season of my career, I feel, because yeah, we had ups and downs, but at the end of it, we got the shield, we got the trophy, and that is something that we all waited for literally 7 to 8 years, and that's what we achieved the last season. And all thanks goes to all of the players, the management, the coaches, the staff, the doctors. Everyone played a similar role. We players did our thing on the field, and off the field, all the doctors and everyone gave their best, and that's how we got the trophy that we were waiting for quite some time. And the only word I can use, just like we are very satisfied with the last season. We are very happy, and yeah, there's I don't know, like I cannot express a lot, but it was just something very great that happened
Mm.
last season.
So,
Okay.
Rainier, you are still very young, and you have become an integral part of the Mumbai City FC squad and the midfield. So, how tough was it for you to get accustomed to the tactics of Sergio Lobera? Because as far as I know, he's a hard taskmaster, and his tactics can be a bit confusing at times to get accustomed to all the flexibility and everything.
So I have always, firstly, I my game style since school, because that time we didn't know what sticky taka and everything. That time we just know, just keep the ball and play. That was my thing since school age, and I always wanted to implement that in my career, in my professional career in football. And I have got a couple of coaches, but Sergio Lobera coach, yeah, like how you said, it's very difficult. But this is the coach that which I always, this kind of coach which I always want to play with, because the coach, if they have a plan of keeping the ball, that means it is something that what I desire the most. And however, whatever he's planned regarding that, whatever he does, whatever formation he plays us, whatever position he plays us, is something that we have to do it, and we have to obey, because he's the gaffer over there. We cannot disobey him. And having a coach like him is so good, because he's a person who always wants to keep the ball, try to play position game. And I had the last season was one of my best seasons, because no matter that I didn't score or I didn't assist, but the game time he has given me, and the way we play, the way I have learned from him and all the players, is something that I will have to keep that in mind, and I will have to keep that in my life, because it gives me the experience that about what I always wanted. So now next season I will know already since the last season, how we have played. They are going to be adapting almost a similar thing, and it gets very easier for the players who have already played with him. So now we just have to improve and up our game so that we try to do well and try to achieve even more than the last season. So yeah,
Right. So, Renier, you have played under several coaches now, and and you have played under Lovera, you have played under Stimash. So, if I tell you to describe their style of coaching, how would you say how their approaches are? Could you explain their style of coaching to us?
like they both have a similar style of playing. The
Mm-hmm.
main when I say similar style, meaning you start the game from the goalkeeper. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
it depends on the situation that sometimes you cannot do that. But the coaches, they have almost a similar style of playing, and that's one thing that you require with the team, because when you start from behind, you build confidence of your own players, and that is one good thing from these two coaches. You get to experience a new side of football. You get to experience the pressure, because it's very difficult to start from behind. But when you keep, and yes, there will be a lot of ups and downs. You will have a mispass, you will do something wrong, but that's the learning process, and that's the way you become mature in your football related life. So that's one good thing about the both coach, because they want to play from behind, they want to keep the ball, and that's one thing that we all the players have to learn and adapt. It's the coaches are doing the best, but we have to work even more harder to implement the plan. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And Rainier, you started your footballing career, professional footballing career from Mumbai, and then you went to Kolkata, experienced the football in Kolkata, and then you are back to Mumbai. So, how would you describe your journey so far, and what are the hurdles that you have faced in your careers when it comes to for professional football?
Firstly, it's I can never say it was easy, because it was not easy. Playing in Bombay, even it was very difficult. For me, every year of football that I've played, I have learned from every single year. My school, my college, the local club I played for, Santosh Trophy, my Mumbai University, then going to Kolkata, playing there 2 years, coming to Mumbai City, ISL, and then winning the Indian Super League and the Shield is a completely amazing and very scary and very excitement, because when the first time when I moved from Bombay, when I went to Kolkata, there was so many ups and downs, because at the start I had to do my own cooking, I had to do my own traveling, I had to take care of my own diet, and I had zero idea of how to do it. A player like me trying going to do that, that means everyone who has that determined thing, the interest to play football, they will do it if they put their mind into it. So for me, it was a lot of difficulties I had faced, because at the start it was quite difficult, because I was away from my family and friends, and it was a difficult phase. But the only thing that mattered for me is the love of the game. Like I didn't look at if I had to yeah, you have to show the coach that you're doing well. You have to try to be selfish, try to take try to do something on your own. But for me, the only thing was just I just love the game, and I just want to go there wherever I had to go. Just want to go, play, enjoy, and succeed how much you can. And that's what happened in my life. Regarding that, it wasn't easy. I had a lot of downfalls also back then, but that's how life is. If you want to reach somewhere, it's not very easy. You have to work hard. You have to make the sacrifices to reach where you have to be there. And now it's only hard work, hard work, hard work.
Absolutely
So,
well said.
extending that question, how would you compare the football culture in Kolkata with the rest of the country, particularly Mumbai, from where you are?
So I have played only for two states. I went to
Mm-hmm.
Kolkata and Bombay, like the professional
Uh-huh.
thing. So the journey when it started, I started in Bombay, but when I went to Kolkata, it was a complete different ballgame back then.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I think of it, like the first season, I have not got a lot of opportunities. I got 3-4 matches, that two in the AFC and two in the I League. But the next season in Kolkata, I had played at least 90% of the match. I played the
Mm-hmm.
derbies, but the fans over there back then, it was something that I have that time I had never experienced it before. So it was so
Mm-hmm.
new to me. My first Kolkata Football League match was against Southern Samiti, I feel, and
Mm-hmm.
I entered the field, and this was a local, not the I League and all. It was a CFL, in the home club,
In
and
the Mohun ground.
yeah, in the Mohanbag ground. So I went,
Mm-hmm.
I played, I came in the 60th or 70th minute, and when
Mm-hmm.
I stood over there, and that was my first time where I've seen literally 25,000 people just sitting over there, and I was so nervous that first game. I didn't know. I had a couple of missed passes. I didn't know what I was doing, and it was raining, so it was quite difficult for me to play in that ground, in that field, with a pressure like this. But by practicing, I started to know, like, what the club is. And because before that I had not followed so much of Kolkata football, not only precisely Mohun Bagan, of Kolkata football.
Mhm.
Then slowly you train, you get those days, you get those weeks, you understand that, oh, this is going to happen when you go for training, when you go for matches. These are the small things that will happen. But it's just like, you got to learn quickly over there, because it's not a slow process. You have to learn all the things in Kolkata quickly, so that you can move past that phase and try to do what you're doing the best. And that's what happened. In the second or third game, I got the confidence back, and I got the experience back. I've known what they have, like, what they do and how the fans are and all. And after that, it was just like, up. I had not looked down at all. So just a step ahead. And the next season, it was so good. Then I played the Kolkata Derby, and it was something that I have never dreamed of. When you play against 66,000 people, it
Mhm.
was some crazy experience. One side is all Mohun, one side is all East Bengal. And the experience I got back then, it was something very different. And because I played these 2 seasons, I gained the experience to play in front of the crowd and all. And I adapted all of this experience to my Mumbai City. I kept playing. I got the experience for my professional career, and I'm very happy with all the years I've played football, because I'm reaching here. It's because of all the hard work to what Rain has done back then. Just I have to look forward, and I have to try to work hard.